what year is this car?
This is 1928.
1928. And do you know when it was restored?
It was restored actually 20 years ago.
And it's been in like mint condition since then?
Since then, yeah. The only difference, they changed the upholstery a little while ago. But that's it.
Tell me the story of how you came to be in possession of this car.
Well, about 15 years ago, I saw this car and I said, oh, I've got to have this car. And when I was talking to the guy who owned it, he said, well, I'll phone you when I decide to do it. And we were actually moving to the valley from Vancouver, and damned if he didn't call me. And he said it's for sale. And I was the second guy to see it.
Yeah.
And the second guy to say he wanted it, and the first guy couldn't take it, so I took it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
What's it now? Let me ask you this, and you probably don't want to answer this question. But what is your what's your everyday normal car?
I drive a 1997 Astrovan.
Wow,
Because
really?
I do it for work. Right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
use it for work. Yeah.
So you were a radio guy at one stage, weren't you?
I was, yeah. Yeah, I used
What
to work
did you
in
do?
Vancouver. Worked out at Sea Isle. Almost said Senile. That would be terrible. And worked out there. I used to do a home improvement show.
On AM 650?
Yeah, on AM 650, exactly, yeah. And we actually worked at that for 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're a classic car guy.
I'm a classic car guy.
How long have you been president of the Comox Valley Classic Cruisers Club?
This is my second year. We have a system where there's 2-year terms.
Yep.
So you don't get totally burned out.
Yeah. Or get drunk with power.
No, you're never going to get that.
So this is a pretty cool ride to ride around in. Do you try and get this out every weekend during the summer?
Well, you try to if the weather's with you. The most fun is the bumps. That was for you.
What's the suspension like? Is it
terrible?
Is it non-existent?
It's coilover, but it's only about that big. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know how to drive stick.
No, I don't either.
You just pretend?
No, it's automatic.
Oh, is that automatic?
Yeah, of
I thought
course.
that was stick.
No, it's
Well, that's why.
automatic.
Would this have,
even you could drive this?
would this have been automatic when it was made?
Oh God, no. This doesn't exactly have a Ford engine in it. It has a 350 Chevy engine running.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got a 3-speed.
This is like a classic car for a lazy person.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to have to work at it.
So it's the 26th Annual Graffiti Bash.
Correct.
That you're doing this weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Graffiti Bash based on the 1973
Exactly.
George Lucas classic American Graffiti.
Exactly. We just wait for the porthole window car to come in.
Yeah.
You know who looking out of it. Yeah.
It wouldn't be an interview about classic cars.
Yes.
Or about a graffiti bash without us doing our best Wolfman Jack impressions.
I'll leave that up to you. You're the radio guy, so the morning radio.
How many times have you seen American Graffiti?
Many times. Many times.
I own it on DVD.
Well, I have it on VCR, so there you go.
Yeah. Oh wow! Wow. So you got classic cars and classic electronics.
Exactly.
Because if you're gonna do something based on a movie, you got to be able to do a Wolfman Jack impression. So I'll teach you. You ready?
Yeah. Okay.
So one of his big lines was, "Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?"
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
You got to put more effort. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Yeah, see, very good, very good. So you got two days of events. You got Saturday and Sunday. Now, explain to me what's happening on Saturday in Cumberland.
Well, it's quite exciting because what we do on Saturday, we cruise the valley.
Yeah.
We leave the A&W on Cliff Avenue at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we all line up there. Now, obviously, there's so many cars. We're expecting about 250 this year. And they also pile up over in the Driftwood Mall also.
And you're allowing motorbikes this year as well.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no, we allow anything in the vehicle. Yeah, respect the road is the big thing.
Yeah.
We want you to be really careful.
People, once you get to Cumberland, am I right in saying you're lining up against along Dunsmuir and people can come along and look at all the cars?
We're doing 3 blocks on Dunsmuir.
Yeah.
And then down beside the old post office, we've got Thrifty Foods comes along with a huge cake. And it's the Comox Valley Classic Cruisers cake. And they serve cake and coffee to everyone.
And it's a giant cake too, isn't it?
Right? Well, they're talking about a 4x8 sheet of plywood.
Who needs a cake that big?
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Well, you're coming. That'll take care of some of it.
Now, Sunday you're doing the show and shine, and someone told me that you gave out records one year as the awards.
We did last year. We gave out 78 records.
Oh yeah.
As an award. So
one of the sales guys at the radio station said he won one, and he's like, "Oh, I can bring it in if you want." I'm like, "I'm good." Yeah.
It's trying to find the record player to play it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, out of all the different cars, and I would assume that you know most of the people in the club pretty well.
Yeah.
Is there a car that all of you guys and girls are in fact jealous of and want to own?
Well, actually, there's a few, and so you got to be so careful what you say. But Pete Brackey has the most gorgeous Cadillac.
Yeah.
And I wish I could remember the year of it, but it's one with the fins they're about as wide as this car.
Oh wow!
And,
so what, 20s, 30s, 40s?
Beautiful
maybe?
red color from the 50s and 60s, right? A beautiful color, much like this car. And I just think it's awesome. You know, it's just one of those cars. 1955 cars I love. I love the old 56, 55, 56.
I drive a 2011 Hyundai Santa Fe. Would that be? When do you think that'll be considered a classic?
Will it ever? I don't. Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah.
We do have to remember, like us older guys.
Yeah.
We think this is a classic car, but we have to remember that you've also got younger guys that are working on 80s cars, 90s cars.
Yeah.
And
well,
so,
it's like classic rock. If it's people think that Nirvana isn't classic rock, but technically it is.
well, of course it is.
It's 21 years old.
Well, that's
classic.
right. That's right.
Well, thank you for the ride, and this, my friend, is a spectacular car.
Well, thank you.